Hey guys, today we're going to be working out some problems. It's multi-step problems involving all four operations, and we're going to be using strip diagrams and equations. So let's get started. Number one says Franklin Elementary School has 400 total students in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So it's important that you know that we have 3 different categories that we're working with. So the school has the same number of students in the 4th and 5th grade. So those two are the same. And then it has 40 more students in the 6th grade than the 5th grade. Which strip diagram below shows how to find the number of students in each grade? Okay, so by looking at our answer choices, we should automatically be able to eliminate 2 of our answer choices because up in the problem, they were telling us that we're dealing with 3 different grade levels, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So if you notice, letter A combined 4th and 5th grade together, okay? So we don't want to do that because here it says that 4th and 5th grade have the same amount. And these 2 boxes are not the same. So we can automatically eliminate A. Then if we look at letter B, 4th and 5th grade are combined again. And if you notice, it doesn't even have 2 boxes. It just has 1 box total. So we want to make sure that we represent both grade levels. So letter B is going to be eliminated as well. So we're down to 2 answer choices. We have letter C, and it's able to represent all 3 grade levels, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And you can tell that 4th has a box that is the same as 5th and is the same as 6th. So far we've started on the right foot. These 3 are the same. But then it says that 6th grade was the one that had 40 more students. And if you notice here, it also shows that 4th grade has an extra 40. And if we read the problem again, there's nowhere here that it says that 4th grade had extra. So we can eliminate that. Now, letter D. If you notice, 4th, 5th, and 6th all have the same size box. So that means this is the same as this is the same as this. So I'm using a variable, okay? So remember, a variable is a letter that represents a number. So we don't know what that number is, but we do know that this number is the same as this number and it's the same as this number. Then we also know that 6th grade had 40 more students. So if you notice here in the diagram, whatever this number is, if we add 40 to it, then that's what's going to give us the total for 6th grade. Then here, we know that the total for all 3 grade levels was 400. So if we add whatever this number is, plus whatever this number is, plus whatever this number is, plus 40, then we should get 400, okay? So letter D is going to be our answer. All right, let's go on to number 2. If X is the number of 4th grade students, which equation correctly shows how to find the total number of 4th grade students at Franklin Elementary School? Okay, so if you notice, this problem is still connected to the first one that we did. So we're still talking about all 3 grade levels, okay? Now, if you notice here, we had already picked our answer. And the picture helps us figure out what the equation is going to be. So if we have this, which is X, plus this, which is another x, plus this, which is a third x, plus the extra 40, then we should get a total of 400. So if we come up here and we look at letter A, if you notice, we only have one x. Well, we can't just have one because remember we have 3 grade levels. So we can eliminate letter A. Then we have letter B. This looks a little bit more promising. I have x plus x plus x. Now, if you notice, something is missing here. I'm missing the extra 40 that 6th grade is supposed to have. So be careful with this one. Even though I have all 3 grade levels represented, I'm still missing the extra 40. So we got to get rid of that one. Letter C. It says x plus x plus x plus 40. Oh, there we go. So we have all 3 grade levels, 4th, 5th, 6th, plus the extra 40 for 6th grade. Okay? And then letter D is very similar to letter C. Now, if you notice, there's a minus sign instead of a plus sign. So always be careful with that. Okay? All right, number 3. Janie and her younger sister Laura each earned an allowance, a weekly allowance. Janie received $8 a week, and Laura received $3 a week. Which expression shows how much money Janie and Laura could receive all together after a certain number of weeks, which is the letter W? Okay, so in this problem, there are certain words that are jumping out at me. So the first one, it says that we want to know how much money Janie and Laura, okay? So the word and tells me that we're going to be adding. Because we have to add Janie plus Laura. So we know that Janie receives $8, so 8, and Laura receives $3, so 8 plus 3, okay? And then we want to know how much they receive all together. That's another word that is also very important, okay? And so all together means that we are trying to find the total. Okay? So we already added 8 plus 3 because that's Janie plus Laura. Okay? Then they want to know how much they receive after a certain number of weeks, which is W. We don't know how many weeks yet. So if we add this, Janie, plus this, Laura, and then we multiply by the number of weeks, then we should find our total. So let's look at our answer choices. Letter A, 8 plus 3 in parentheses. So if we notice, we had to put the 8 and the 3 in parentheses because we want to do this part of the equation first. Okay? We want to add 8 plus 3 before we multiply by the number of weeks. So, letter B is multiplying 8 times W first, so we don't want to do that. We can cross it out. Again, letter C is multiplying 8 times W first. We don't want to do that. We can cross it out. And then letter D, we have 8 minus 3. So we don't want to subtract. Remember, we want to add because it says Janie and Laura. So we can eliminate that. And A is going to be our answer. Okay, finally, we have number 4. Joe had $5 and Larry had twice as much money as Joe. Brenda had $2 more than Joe. Which equation could be used to find T, the total amount of money the 3 children had? Okay, so we have 3 people here. We have Joe. We're going to start off with Joe. So Joe's easy because it says Joe had $5. So Here we go. Then we're going to go to Larry. And it says Larry had twice. This is a really important word. Twice means multiply by 2. So twice as much as Joe. Well, Joe had $5. So $5 times 2. Then we get what Larry has. Then we have the third child, Brenda. Brenda had $2 more than Joe. Okay, so we know Joe had $5 plus, because it says more, 2, because it says $2 more. So now they want us to find which equation could be used to find T, the total. So remember, to find the total, we also have to add. So we want to find the total amount of money the 3 children had. So we're going to have to add $5 plus 5 times 2 plus 5 plus 2. All these 3 together. So let's look at letter A. This one has 5 plus 5 plus 5, so we do have 3 5s, and then it says times 2, and we do have times 2, but we're missing the plus 2. So we're going to get rid of that one. Then letter B, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2. So we have this, 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 and this, but we're missing the times 2. So let's get rid of that one. Then letter C, it says 5 times 5. Well, we never multiplied 5 times 5 anywhere here. So gotta be careful with that, cross it out. Then we finally have 5, which is Joe, plus 5 times 2, which is Larry, plus 5 plus 2, which is Brenda. So letter D will be our answer.